Welcome to great multi-instrumental singer and actress Amberlin Morse. So, hey, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I have a busy week ahead. I'm doing lots of music and acting, and so I'm just trying to prepare for everything that's coming
So,
up.
you do great acting actually.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you're very known at Bangladesh and the South Asia for teenagers and preteens like me.
Do your friends know who I am?
Yeah, they do. You do
Okay.
amazing in your awareness shows.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
especially love your Dhar Mann videos.
Thank
Immigrant
you.
get shamed on airplane. You did awesome in it. Your
Thank you. I
character
appreciate
looked so good, especially bodyguard seduced rich wife was my favorite. Like your character looked so realistic in it. So let's do some question and clear our fans' doubt. So when did you start acting?
I started acting. Well, I studied theater in high school. I
Yeah.
went to a performance arts high school, and that's when I really, got into acting, and I was on stage. But I was also doing theater tech, so like working with sounds and lights and doing makeup. And I was behind the scenes, and I remember I was working on a musical, and one of my classmates, they said, they heard me singing. They said, "Why aren't you on stage?" And so I got up the courage to audition, and yeah, I've been acting pretty much ever since. I studied it in college, and I've been doing it off and on as an adult, but I started really focusing on it earlier this year.
Okay, so I just wanna know when did you start acting?
In high school.
Yeah, like 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Oh, it's a long time ago. I would say more than 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's that long.
Even I'm not, even my age is not 20 years. So you're,
Yeah, yeah.
so you're doing before I
I
was born.
exactly.
So where did you get inspiration to act in these characters? Like these awareness shows and movies.
I get inspiration from people in everyday life. I don't know if you've seen the Dhar Mann episode where I play a caseworker, like a child protective services caseworker,
Yeah.
and in real life, my part-time job is I'm a case manager. I don't work with children, but I work with the homeless population.
Yeah.
But I have a coworker who used to be a social worker and she worked with children. And so she would tell me, like sort of horror stories. And I've heard from clients as well, people who have been in the foster care system, people who have had their children in the foster care system. I've heard about their stories and what they've gone through. And so the way I approached that character, for me, it was okay. I could either be the person who is the reason why this system is broken, or I can be the person like my coworker and have compassion and want to see families unified. So I chose to model that character off of my coworker.
That's great to hear that you love helping people. So how did you join the Harman show?
So there are different websites where you will get casting calls or casting breakdowns, and I submitted. I saw a role. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I was submitting for Dhar Mann. But I submitted for it, and I didn't get the role that I auditioned for, but they called me in for a background role or an extra, to be an extra. And I remember when I was on set, it was Catherine and Jonava. They were there the first day that I worked on Dhar Mann, and I didn't know who they were at the time, but now I know they're kind of a big deal. But they were so nice and so warm, and I remember Catherine saying, "Oh, if they like you, they'll call you back." And so I was like, "Okay, cool." And I remember seeing like another breakdown, and I auditioned for that role. I can't remember if I got that one or not, but they just kept calling me back, and then the roles, I started getting more and more lines, which was exciting. And yeah, I was there last week. I was there a couple of weeks ago, so I do have some episodes coming out soon. I'll be there next week.
So, when did you first play main character in Dhar Mann?
That would have been, I think it's your favorite episode when
Bodyguard
the
seduced
bodyguard.
Lucifer?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the
nice.
first.
Like you did great on it. Like
Thank you,
it
man.
feels like I am watching from behind all the scenes.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, so that was my first like main character, and it was really exciting. It was really exciting, and yeah, I thought it was a good storyline.
Yeah, it was definitely a good storyline, especially like your character. It feels so good and like so realistic. It feels like when I was first watching it on TV, I was be like, yeah, I'm definitely standing with a packet of chips and watching the whole scene.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, I wanted I try to bring realism to the characters that I play.
Hello? Hello, are you with us?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sorry, my internet is terrible.
No problem.
But I was saying that I try to bring realism to the characters that I play. And, not every character calls for realism. Like, the nurse on the plane that shames the immigrant. Like, that character was just like so over the top. I tried to bring a little realism, but but yeah. So thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. Like, yeah, you do great acting. You can also win an Oscar anytime.
Ah, thank you.
Welcome. So, how much do you enjoy the celebrity image?
I don't really look at myself as a celebrity,
But you are.
but I am. You're so kind. I mean, it's nice to interact with fans like you, and I really appreciate the love that I get, and the praise and the recognition, especially from the fans. And I talked to some people, and I mean, like, I remember when I was growing up, I had people that I looked up to, right? And people that I, wanted to be, and people that inspired me. And so I think it's really cool to be in a position where I get to not only tell stories that I want to tell, but also inspire people.
That's great to hear. So, what is our next plan in acting?
My next plan, so let's see. I'm working on you mean like projects that I have coming up, or okay, projects I have
Like
coming up.
movies, projects, anything you can talk about.
Okay. So I'm working on this project tomorrow. I have a voiceover session for, and it's a musician slash producer who is coming out with a concept album, and they're having a like a short film that goes along with the album. So it should be interesting because I'm a musician as well. And so I love when people can incorporate multiple creative disciplines within one, and I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. Um, but yeah, I have that coming up today. I have a it's like a screen test. My friend wrote a short film, and he called it a glorified audition, but it's a screen test where we're literally shooting the entire short film. And yeah, so I'm getting prepared for that. That's a little bit later. Yeah, just yeah, I would like to do more to do more movies. That would be my
So
goal.
I have heard you have a movie, Roses and Restraining Order.
Yeah, that's a short film. Yeah, that one that one was silly. Um that one we did for in Los Angeles. We have, or I think it's worldwide, or not worldwide, but it might be in different parts of the country, of the US. There's something called the 48-hour film festival or film project, where you have 48 hours to write a short film,
Yeah.
direct, act, and then edit the short film. 48 hours. You have to do it all in 48 hours. And then you submit the final result. So that's Roses and Restraining Orders was part of that film
So
festival.
where can we watch Roses and Restraining Order? Would you tell our audience?
Yeah, you can find Roses and Restraining Orders, I believe, on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube.
Okay. So I want to ask you, how many instruments can you play?
I can get by with playing guitar, drums, and bass.
Wow.
I can dabble on piano and keyboard, but I struggle a little bit with that, so I won't
But
include
that's
that one.
impressive. You know how to play 3 instruments. I can
Yeah,
barely play 2 minutes with my ukulele.
oh, you have
Like
a
a song.
ukulele.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a ukulele, a guitar, a xylophone, a mouth organ, and flute, many more. Like I have my
What's your
house
favorite to
filled with
play?
musical instruments.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite instrument to play?
Ukulele. Like you play anything with a ukulele, it would sound like you are slash of ukulele.
This is slash ukulele.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't know if you were serious about only being able to sit down for 2 minutes, but you can turn that 2 minutes into 5 minutes. You
Yeah,
can set a timer.
yeah, I have a whole day 2 hours practicing ukulele. Now at least I
Okay,
can play
good.
Living in the Sunlight.
Okay, that's perfect because that song's usually played on ukulele, right?
Hmm. I like watch some tutorials on YouTube about ukuleles, and yeah, then
Yeah, I
I
watch.
practice and then I play. I have
No,
3 audience who always come to my show. My sister, my mom, my dad.
perfect. That's how I started out.
So, have you ever gave anyone guitar lessons?
I I gave guitar lessons once to a 5-year-old, and before then, I had given drum lessons before. I had given voice lessons, but these children were a little bit older. I think they were like 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5-year-old was the youngest that I had worked with. And the first lesson was kind of a disaster because he was all over the place. Like he couldn't focus. And after that lesson, I came back home and I was like, okay, I like researched like different, I just got different material, that would capture the attention of a 5-year-old and completely change my lesson plan. And yeah, his mom never called me back for a lesson. Like, we were planning on it, but it never happened.
Okay, so let's get into our next question. Who is your idol?
My idol? That's a hard question because I try not to put people on a pedestal, right? Like, everybody is just an everyday person. I had a job where a lot of celebrities would go to it was a restaurant. They would go to the restaurant that I worked with. And after the first few, you're like, oh, okay, they're just regular everyday people. Like, they have an extraordinary job, but they're just ordinary people. But I would prefer the word inspiration. One of my biggest inspirations is Michael Jackson. I love him so much, so talented. He was probably the first celebrity that I was obsessed with.
Fun fact is, I just learned to moonwalk like 2 days ago.
You tried to learn to moonwalk?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah, like pretty good.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty easy. Once you get the breakdown, I can moonwalk too.
So let's get into our new question. How do you spend your family time?
My family time? So recently, the way I spent my family time, we went traveling. So I was in Brazil. My brother lives in Brazil, right? So my family's kind of spread out. My brother's in Brazil. My mom's in Texas. My sister just moved to Las Vegas from Seattle. Her kids are in Seattle. And my dad's in Georgia, right? So we're just spread out. I have an aunt and uncle here. I do have some cousins here. But recently, last month, we were in Brazil because my brother got married.
Yeah.
So it was nice. Yeah, so it was nice
to. You said that in J1 interview.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. So I went and I had a great time, and I can't wait to go back again. But it was nice because we went sightseeing, and it's been a while since, like, all of us got together. And yeah, and then I came back, and then I went to New York with my mom, and I got to meet. So my mom's mom, that side of the family, is from Belize, in Central America. And so I got to meet all the Belizean cousins, most of them that I haven't met before. And then my mom's husband, my stepdad, was from Jamaica, so I got to meet a bunch of not a bunch, but a few of the Jamaican family members that I've heard about, but I hadn't had a chance to meet them. So yeah, it was nice to meet them, and we just had a good time. It was great.
That's great to hear. So how do you spend your free time?
What free time?
Like, when
I'm joking.
When the shoot's all over.
I'm joking.
What do you do then?
It just seems like I'm always busy. I like, one of my favorite things is going to see live music, so going to concerts, because there's just something about the experience of hearing your favorite songs live and having a performer share them with you, but also, like, discovering new music. Like, it's just a different feeling when you're listening to a song in your car or on your headphones, in your room, versus when you're in a room with the person right in front of you, and then you have people there who have the common goal of like having a good time. So I love going to see live music. I love dancing. I'm an okay dancer, but it's just fun to like just move your body. Um, yeah, I want to get back into surfing. I haven't been in a couple of years. So next week, I am planning to go surfing with my friend. We've been like trying to like schedule a time for the last 2 months. Hiking. I like hiking. I have a dog. I have a cat. Spending time with them. Um, yeah.
That's nice. I also love seas, especially
You
playing
love.
with the sand in beaches.
Oh yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
my favorite
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Like
There's nothing.
in March, we gone to a place named by Kuakata, which is in Bangladesh. So like we were always at beach. Even if we were on our room, I would say, "Mom, let's go to beach. Dad, let's go to beach."
It's nice. I just saw something, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it was on Instagram. Who knows if everything you see on Instagram is true? But it said, but I liked it, and I thought it was true for me. It said something like human beings need to be around water or see water, and if you're like a body of water, and if you're around it for a certain amount of time, it has like some sort of calming effect on you. And I absolutely feel that. Even like here in Los Angeles, we have what's called the LA River, and it's not what you think of when you think of the word river. It has like concrete walls, and it's like this little trickle of water. But I'm telling you, even looking at that, I'm like,
Yes.
like I have just, it just does something. Like running water, it just does something for me, mentally in a positive way.
So, how do you think the Los Angeles beach is? Like the GTA 5 beach? Like every gamer have called it GTA 5 beach.
Um, the beaches are okay. I've been to better beaches. I love the beaches in Miami. Hawaii has nice beaches. The beaches here are okay. They're not the best beaches in the world. But like like in LA, the beach that we have is in the Santa Monica Bay, and the water quality isn't that good. So like every time it rains, after it rains, you have to wait like 2 days before you get in the water. So that tells you like the water quality is just not good. But it gets the job done, and the water's cold. There's like maybe 1 month out of the year where the water temperature gets up to 72 Celsius. I mean, not Celsius, Fahrenheit, 72 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. That might be like 26 or something. But yeah, it's fine.
Have you ever
I don't
tried
mean to
surfing?
bag.
Like,
What'd you
I
say?
want to try it, but have you ever
You want to try what?
surfing?
Yeah, try it. So in Bangladesh, are there waves in Bangladesh?
Yeah, pretty big, like 2 feet, 1 to 2 feet.
Do people surf in Bangladesh?
Not much.
You'll have to go somewhere where there's people surfing, and yeah, you could take surf lessons too.
That's great. So, during pandemic period, how did you spend your time? Because as you said that your family is spread to all countries, so how did you like spend your time in the pandemic period?
Yeah, so fortunately, I was considered an essential, quote unquote, essential worker. And so I was able to keep working. So I was able to work from home, and It was nice in the beginning. It was cool because I could like wake up. I didn't have to shower and get dressed. Like I could just wake up, do my meditation, make a smoothie, and then get to work. I didn't have to drive in traffic.
Yeah.
Um, but then like after a couple months, I burned out because I realized that there wasn't anything to break up my day. Part of my job was going into the field, going out to houses and visiting our clients. Um, so like there wasn't that. I couldn't go upstairs and chat with coworkers. So I was just like grinding, grinding, working, working, working for 8 hours a day.
My
And
gosh.
yeah, I got burned out. I got burned out pretty quickly. I was um, I was practicing piano during my lunch break, which was cool. I started going on more hikes with my dog and going to the dog beach. Yeah, just trying to get outside and
Yeah,
be in
yeah, I
nature.
remember. So you said to Jabon during interview you like dogs and you go to a dog beach with your dog. So do you like all types of animals?
I most animals, yes, the ones that aren't scary looking. But yeah, I love like but my dream would be to have almost like a farm. I want cows, I want goats, I want chickens, pigs, ducks, more dogs, more cats, maybe some peacocks. My neighbors down the street, they have two peacocks, and
Peacocks, wow.
yeah, they're really loud. But I'm like, I want a peacock.
Goats are fun to play with.
They're so cute, aren't they? Especially when
Yeah,
they're
especially when
babies.
you
Yeah.
rub their neck.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love being around goats. They're just so cute and funny. They're funny to me.
Like, yeah, dogs, especially dogs. Dogs are too cute. So basically, near our house, there is a post office. So some dogs were there. So a dog had some babies, cute, cute, like they were this size, that type. So that dogs had like when they were small, they were roaming around, and me and my dad was out. So I said to my dad that let's feed them some biscuits. My dad had
Oh.
pieces of biscuits, and one dog, brown colored, came to my feet and rubbed it with his head. I would be like, ah! Then I jumped
Oh.
onto my dad's lap. Then that dog got so scared that he standed in 3 feet. That got so scared.
Oh.
But
Oh. You scared him.
no, but I pet him then. I actually gave him 2 biscuits from my hand.
Okay.
Then when I go to school, then I started to go to school again. Like vacation was over. Then that dog would follow me when we would cross the road. That dog would come back again.
Oh
And then
wow.
like when I go home, that dog would come to our home like in the ground, and then the dog I would change and play with the dog for a few minutes. Then the dog
Oh,
would go
you
home and I would
you
go
made a
home.
friend.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I am so curious, and I think most of our audience are too. So do you enjoy singing more or acting?
Ooh, that's such a hard question. It's not a fair question. I love both. Um, I really do love both. Um, I probably find myself singing more, because like when I'm in the car, or even if I'm like cooking, or if I'm in the shower, I'm usually singing, walking around the house singing. Um, but I do enjoy both equally. It's hard to say, especially when like Singing in front of a live audience is such a amazing feeling, and also um, doing theater in front of a live audience is an amazing feeling, and there's nothing really quite like the rush that you get from performing in front of a live audience. But yeah, it's hard to choose. I love both.
Like, yeah, singing while showering gives you a auto-tune machine in your voice. Like
Exactly,
when I
exactly.
sing in my karaoke system, I would be like living in the sunlight, and when I just sing while showering, I would be like Tiny Tom living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, like this. Like it feels like a auto-tune machine automatically got into your neck when you sing
Yeah, I don't know what
in
that is.
bathroom.
I think it's because there's like no pressure, right? When you're singing in a microphone, it's like, oh, okay, I can't mess up. But when you're singing in the shower, you're just like singing in the sunlight, singing in
Uh,
the moonlight, you know?
yeah, it's also. So, what's your suggestion for the people who wants to become a singer or actor?
Um, for people who want to sing and act, I, it's a muscle, right? It's like a muscle. Like if you want to build a muscle, if you want to get stronger, you have to work on that muscle constantly, right? Like you have to be doing it. And I think it's also important to find like-minded people who are doing the same thing and surrounding yourself with that. Like I remember you asked me, or you said you wanted to join a band, right? I was like, oh, do you know any musicians? And it, for me, like I wanted to join a band, and I surrounded myself with people who played music. And one day I was I think I was playing tambourine. This is the story about one of the first bands I was in. I was at a party and I was playing tambourine. Just playing tambourine. Like no, not a lot of skills needed for that, but some rhythm. You need some rhythm to play tambourine. And my friend who was at the party, she called me up and she said, "Hey, do you want to sing backup in my band that I have?" And like I just thought it was so bizarre because she didn't know I was a singer and she had never heard me sing. But I guess the way that I played tambourine, she was like, "Yeah, you're going to be in my band." So like surrounding yourself with people who are doing what you're doing. And like today for the screen test that I'm going to do, my friend, I know him not through acting or film and television. I know him outside of that, and he saw my Instagram and he's like, "Oh, you're an actor? Okay, cool." And he called me up for this. So surrounding yourself with people who are doing what you're doing and collaborating with them, I think, is important.
Wow. So, do you know about Bangladesh?
Have I heard of Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, are you interested to visit Bangladesh?
Yeah, I would love to. The world is so big, right? Like sometimes people will say like, "Oh, if you could go anywhere today, where would you go?" And I'm like, there's so many places to choose from. But yeah, Bangladesh is definitely on the list. I would love to visit, and
Yeah, you should
let me know.
definitely visit Lal Bagh Fort when you come.
What's
It's
it called?
so
Lombok Fort.
beautiful.
It's what?
Like, so beautiful. And like
Yes.
some small hills.
Yes. Okay. That's the place to go.
Yeah, we go to there sometimes. Like once, the last time we go, I was running in the sun and my face got whole red.
you,
I
you
was
forgot
looking
your
like a
sunscreen.
newborn.
You look like a newborn. What's the name of the city?
Dhaka, our capital.
Dhaka? Dhaka.
Yeah, it's our
Okay.
capital.
Okay.
Then like metro
I'll
has
make a note of
started,
that.
so you can go much faster than before. Like you bought a card, you punched it and go.
Wait, say that again?
Like you brought a card, then you punch that into the machine and then go.
It's a card for
It's
for
basically a
what?
ticket to metro.
Ah, okay, got it. Yeah.
So you should definitely visit Bangladesh. If you
Yeah, I would love to. For sure.
So I want to ask you, will you play guitar for us?
Oh. Ooh.
Because you do really play a very nice guitar.
Oh, thank you.
Like I don't know why don't people call
You know
you
what?
female slash.
You don't know why what?
Like I was saying, I don't know why people don't call you female slash.
Okay. Slash is amazing. You know what's funny? I actually have my guitar, my acoustic guitar right here, but I wasn't even thinking about it for this. I'll just play something. I'll just play a few chords. I'm not gonna like do anything big, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, let me just grab it really quick. I don't even know if it's tuned, but so I like I love Brazilian music, and that's actually the reason why my brother's out there is
Yeah.
because of my love for Brazilian music. So I haven't played this in a while.
Yeah, it becomes a little hard when you don't play it for a while.
Yeah, so I play my electric guitar more than the acoustic. That was very not good, but
No, it was like
yeah.
really beautiful.
Okay, there you go.
So thanks for coming to our show. Bangladesh is waiting for you. If you come, we would be happy. We pray for your success. Take care. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.